But yeah, speaking about New Year, so 2023, people. 2023 coming up. I have this New Year's Eve off. I had a wedding cancel. So I'm not working for the first time in many, many years. I'm very excited about it. We're going to watch the ball drop with the little boy here in the crib, bang some pots and pans. It's going to be a beautiful evening. But I have DJ'd the last 7, 8, 9, 10 New Year's Eve. I don't know. Ask my girl. She probably knows the exact amount. But so I have a lot of experience DJing New Year's, specifically New Year's weddings. And I figured it would be a great opportunity here to talk about my tips for DJing a New Year's wedding. Do not DJ a New Year's wedding until you watch this video all the way through. I'm going to give you all the tips. And all these tips are from trial and error, from all the mistakes I've made. Okay? So this is real stuff here. We're going to go down the line, and I hope this helps you, especially if you have a New Year's gig coming up, obviously. Now, first tip is going to be wear black. I sound stupid, but I had a wedding once. It was a few years ago, and it was a New Year's wedding, and I showed up in a gray suit, and I felt so dumb. In my head, I'm like, what? It's New Year. Of course it's black tie, or of course every, and obviously somebody's going to be, would you always ask your couple the attire if it's black tie? How could you wear a gray suit? Whatever. It didn't come up that it was black tie, but most New Year's parties are black tie. And even if they're not like technically, even if they're not technically black tie, you still want to wear black on New Year's. It's just, you're going to fit, unless you're, obviously if you want to have that sequin jacket, or you want to have some flair, if you're into that sort of thing, you feel free. But generally speaking, if you don't have like any type of certain fit you want to wear, or you're just wondering what to wear, you're always safe with black. Because the worst for me, when I feel like I'm not dressed appropriately, like if I'm underdressed or overdressed, or just not wearing the same color, literally like a gray suit where it's like kind of like New Year's party, everybody's wearing black, it messes up my whole swag. Like it messes up I just feel stupid. And now it's like so hard for me to like kind of do my job. Cause like in the back of my head, I'm like, you look dumb. And like, I can't, it ruins your confidence. So I don't know. I made this mistake before. I wanted to include it. Second is download an atomic clock app. So the cool thing about New Year's is you are the controller of the times. You're the controller of the countdown. You are Mr. Grandfather Clock Time guy or girl. You are the one. Like you can literally have people scream Happy New Year 2 minutes late or 2 minutes early or right on time. It's up to you. I prefer the right on time method. I always download an atomic clock. You bring it up, right? There's a bunch of apps. There's like, I don't have one I like, or I forget the one I used last year, but just figure out which one you like. That way it has the exact time down to the second, so you can time things out more. Okay, so now you have an accurate clock you can just click on. Don't just, because you need the seconds too, right? And you want it to be accurate. So don't just do your phone. Make sure you get an atomic clock app. And then I always set alarms because, and this is my method. You do what you like. When it comes to New Year's, this is how I make my announcements. I set an alarm for each one. 11 o'clock. 1 hour until 2023. Pew, 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 pew. Right? 11:30. 30 minutes till 2023. Pew, 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 pew. I'm not saying, don't do the air horn. I'm just fucking around. I don't even have the air horn hooked up to my thing. But you know what I'm saying, right? Same thing. 11:45. 15 minutes. 11:50. 10 minutes. 11:55. 5 minutes. And then like from 5, depending on, what some I have before, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or, you could just leave it at 5 and then bring it to like 2 or something, like depending on what you're playing, how it works out, you kind of figure out and feel it out. But like you want to make those announcements and like get the woos, we are 1 hour away from 2023. Woo, and get people pumped up, get people excited. And then with that being said too, you want to build energy with what you're playing. So of course, make sure, it's definitely from at least 11 o'clock on, you want to like start here and build up. Like don't get caught in like some weird no man's land in your mix when it's about the ball's about to drop, right? You don't want to get caught in like a super trappy song or like something, unless it depends on the crowd. So I don't even want to give examples. It all depends on the crowd. Regardless, you want to build energy and you want to have that shit peaking, obviously, by the time the ball drops. So make sure you do that. And then with that being said, I highly recommend you plan your sets. This is what I do. Not the entire set. I mean, like, you got to plan. What I always did with New Year's is I would plan from 11:50 to 12:10-ish. So I basically I would plan out the 2 or 3 songs I'm going to play up until the ball's about to drop and I play my countdown, right? I actually broke it down here. So, like, high energy, 11:50 to 12 o'clock, right? So I kind of plan out the 2, 3, 4 songs or whatever I'm going to do, the little set I'm going to do. super high energy. I know it's going to work, like certified bangers. Like for example, if it's a super white girl club or super white girl wedding, like there's super, like white girls everywhere. I love it. Icona Pop, like that sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like save like the ones that like are surefire no matter what for that time. So I plan that out. Then I go right into the countdown in the Old Lang Syne or Old Lang Syne. I'm so uneducated. I'm probably even saying it wrong. So whatever. You know the song, okay? The New Year's song. Then you play the countdown in the Old Lang Syne. Now, one big thing that I think some DJs make, big mistake, and I made it too, so just learn from my mistakes. Give people time. Don't quick mix, right? And I know I'm a big quick mixer, but quick mixing is about, just playing the right parts. And in this situation, the right part is the whole song. Give people the whole song. Give people 3, 4, 5 minutes even of the Old Lang Syne, na, 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 na. Like, take your time through that part, because what are people going to do? The New Year's comes in. They're going to hug and kiss and congratulate each other. They're going to text their loved ones, okay? Usually, like, the older aunts would just take a phone call. Happy New Year! Like, right in front of your speaker, Let them get all that out of their system. Don't force the party back on them while they're, texting their people, congratulating each other. Oh, it's going to be the year. You know what I mean? Like, you know what happens. Let them do that. Don't rush it. So 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever your edit is, however you use a countdown, and then you do the Old Lang Syne, and then you drop the banger. Okay, give people time. And then from 12:05 to 12:10, I usually plan what I'm going to come out of with. So I'll plan, the song I'm going to play right after, and then maybe the song after, and then I take it from there, and then go. So that's what I usually plan out. Surefire hits. I know it's going to work. Give people enough time to text their peeps, all that. But I'm not searching for a song, because you don't want to. Another reason why you want to plan is you don't want to like be searching or freaking out trying to figure out what to play when you got to get the timing right. You got to watch this clock. You got to make the announcements. You got to say, all right, 5, 4. You have to like click the countdown song at the right time according to your atomic clock to get the timing of the drop, like all that. There's too much to worry about. And it definitely, when you get in the last 5 minutes, like I found I was getting so stressed every New Year's, like, oh my God, all right, it's here. I can't miss it. Till to this day, like the last New Year's I did, I was freaking out. Shit, can't miss this. Got to get it just right. Got to get the time on. All right, like all this play. Like I'm like, and I'm not usually a guy that freaks out, but it's a stressful situation. If you plan all that out ahead of time, then all you really have to worry about is just timing the drop. You time the New Year's, you time, your countdown and all that. Beyond that, you're good to go. You already know where you're going to come out of it with. You hit the bangers, and then you take a deep breath. It's 2023, and you go in for the last like hour or two or however long you're DJing for. And speaking about playing, giving people time to text your people, I couldn't do this countdown without reminding you guys to also text your booze. Mistake I've made before. Okay, in the moment, DJing. It was a few years back. DJing, countdown, Happy New Year, woo, great party, having the time of my life. And then I start DJing again, and this was before I used to like plan. I didn't plan anything then, so like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna play next, and I'm just in the zone. And then like 11 minutes later, I'm getting like these texts. I look, and like my girl's like, "Well, Happy New Year." I mean, wow, thanks. I'm like, oh, and I was in the doghouse. Don't make my mistake, okay? If you got a girl, you got a man's, whatever, text them. Happy New Year, love you, whatever. Don't forget. Okay, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your relationship life. I mean, you do what you like, but I'm assuming everybody's the same. Don't forget, you want to give them a Happy New Year. It's bad enough you're not with them and all that. So, just a little advice.